Yeah. And the sword is in one piece. It's definitely not Brava. Sorry guys, spoiler alert. But we can all hope.
All right. Oh yeah, Game of Thrones comes back Sunday, as does
Yeah, man.
Silicon Valley, which is another amazing show.
There's going to be so much to destroy my time next week, but for now, we are back on the control point watch. It unlocks in about 20 seconds, and this is the control point with the hole in the middle, so we could see some hilarious drops into the nether.
Yeah, with this number of Winstons and Lucios, you expect to see a lot of boops into the pit. You expect to see Tviq actually on Roadhog can pull people into the pit. Tracer can't really do anything about it except rewind out of it. And Winston ults can knock people in as well. So far the only death right now is Vallutaja going down. And actually 2 other members of Reunited fall as well.
This is the point where you kind of hope that the range on Graviton Surge just gets increased just for this map. Use the ult in the middle of the pit, grab everyone, and we have the first pass of the point again going to MyDong, who have just been very, very good at staying cohesive through the first parts of these maps. They're continuing that trend here, and Reunited are going to have to wrest control back.
Right, with MyDong in control, they're essentially just pushing up way forward to that corner there. It's kind of interesting. You don't see these King of the Hill maps played nearly as much as the payload style maps, so positioning is always something that I'm very curious to try and emulate. We've got Winghaven and everybody jumping in, 3 Winstons total for Reunited over here, trying to get some damage done, trying to disperse that defense, or at least get some lasers onto those tracers. Pulse Bomb goes out, does take out Winghaven. Everyone else still standing?
Yeah, just about. Coming up to that corner of the point might not necessarily have paid off in the first couple of seconds, but they are falling back and playing together right about now. Vallutaja buying himself a little bit of time, and we almost had a first kill off into the nether there, but able to blink back. A Winston getting a look at what lies in the deep dark beyond as well, but he does have a leap available. Sound barriers going down for both teams. There's a pulse from guard. No one dying yet, actually. Too much HP from those sound barriers, and we have a second one coming out courtesy of Winz on the side of MyDong as well. So a lot of HP and a lot of action, but surprisingly few deaths. Both teams being very, very considered about their strategic choices here.
MyDong doing a great job now as the kills start to trickle in. You can see Mendo and Tviq both big parts of that team kill there. They're pushing all the way up to the enemy shuttle with only 20% left. It could be dangerous as Tracers tend to try to get behind you. They do have Vallutaja and TwoEasy both on Tracer right now. They could just sneak around the point at any time. So now we're at 90%. Things are looking a little bit better as over the course of the fight they will very likely get to that 99%. Tviq takes his breather immediately and falls before he can deal any damage as Roadhog, unfortunately for MyDong. That's going to be a big loss. Weppass also down, Morte down for Reunited, so no res coming in. Pulse Bomb goes out, does not catch anybody. 91% now for MyDong, but they are getting forced off the point finally. AKM still dashing around, blinking around as Tracer does fall, and now Reunited sits in control of this point.
Oh no, and is this going to be deja vu for MyDong? Reunited on 99% retakes control of the point, and every time they've done this, they've gone on to win the point. So let's see if MyDong have a different plan in mind. They're moving out with no ultimates available, and Reunited has got Vallutaja with a Pulse Bomb, Morte with Revive, Kruise with Sound Barrier, and Unfixed with Primal Rage. So an awful lot of ults to defend this point here from Reunited.
That Tviq hook, super unfortunate for him. He actually pulled a Winston out of the air and died instantly to the Winston and 2 others on his backside. So Tviq unfortunately hit a very dangerous hook. Morte down as well for Reunited. Still has that Mercy Res available if he does ever actually make it back to the fight. 36% now for Reunited. They are clawing their way back on they're clawing their way back on the backs of these Tracers. Vallutaja, TwoEasy, and Winghaven. 3 Tracers, 1 Winston. Only 2 Tracers and 1 Winston on the other side.
A very, very different composition attacking versus defending, and I feel like this is one of the things that makes Reunited very strong in these kind of situations. They have a couple of different game plans. At times where we've actually seen, oh, nice actually rewind there to stop the hook and trying to get the kill off on Tviq as well. Doesn't quite manage to do it. Tviq will be able to go off and heal himself. We have what I think sounded like a high noon coming off somewhere. No, that can't have been because he's not on the field. And Vallutaja Winghaven almost getting into the brink, but instead coming back and managing to kill off Mendo while he's at it.
Yeah, Reunited still holding strong. TwoEasy and Vallutaja getting lots and lots of damage in. Tviq once again, unfortunately for him, falls on Roadhog. They may need to consider a switch up at this point and started out strong, but now retaking the point is proving somewhat difficult for him on Roadhog. We do have a pulse bomb available from Vallutaja, who I'm spectating currently. Will he toss it out on the Lucio? I think he had an opportunity there, but decided to pass instead. Now just gunning down individual targets. Mendo in his sights now.
Here comes Tviq though with the Roadhog ultimate. He's retaking the point very, very aggressively. 1v3. He almost kills 2 Tracers, but it's so unfortunate. He takes 2 Tracers down to about 10% health. Both of them rewind. He gets taken out. I think you're right. That's about it for Tviq. He did everything he could there to retake, and he barely made a dent, unfortunately, thanks to rewind from the Tracers.
Mendo continues to contest long enough for Weppass to get back in here. And it looks like Tviq is returning on Roadhog, but he's the biggest, slowest guy, so by the time he gets there, they're all going to just turn and focus him very quickly. I'm sure Reunited will take the first point here on Ilios, almost assuredly. Winz does die on the way in as well, yes. So Reunited takes this first of a BO5 on Ilios. Again,
Deja vu.
Competitive rules, so we're doing BO5 for this map.
Oh man, and you know what? If I am MyDong right now, I'm thinking, God's sake, what do we have to do? Every single time we get the 99% Reunited can retake and hold. They need a game plan for when Reunited switches up their composition. I feel like that's actually what's been missing. The difference in strategy between these teams, guys, is when Reunited takes the point, they have a strategy for how they hold it, and it's different to the strategy they use to take it. It's that simple, and it doesn't feel like MyDong have been able to adapt as well. And we've seen this across all of the payload maps we've seen today, even the crazy one on Lijiang Tower. Yeah,
just the strength of being able to keep yourself alive, and for the Lucios, being able to drop those sound barriers at the perfect time. That's essentially the skill set that we're seeing come into play. There is a Widowmaker here finally in play. It is going to be Mendo, so I'll go ahead and take his POV right as he gets a kill on Winghaven. This is something that they haven't tried in a little while, but this point actually makes for some very good sniping. You can see the headshot there on Vallutaja as Mendo continues to kill Kruise now as well. Reunited dropping like flies.
Yeah, Mendo is on fire. Oh, good. He actually was on fire the moment I said that. But those were a beautiful couple of snipes from him, picking those headshots out of absolutely nowhere, doing a tremendous job. And this is going to give them... Oh, dear.
Headshot on TwoEasy through the recon visor. Basically, the outline was all I could see as a spectator. He still got the headshot.
Very, very nicely played, and that does give them, once again, first hold of the point. Now, we need to stop the Reunited retake on 99. This has to be the name of the game now, and these guys are going to be doing everything in their power. They've got a little bit of a different composition on this point on Ilios. We'll see if Mendo can continue to be just as aggressive on Widowmaker.
Well, no targets for him right now as Winghaven leaps in and does get the Winston justice he was looking for with that lightning gun. We do have some action out on the point now. Pulse Bomb does take out Tviq again on Roadhog still. Very surprised to see that actually he hasn't been the most effective in this series. Reunited once again. Now about to flip the point, AKM dashing in to try and continue that contesting, but as he goes down, Reunited should flip it, and now they're in a power position because they're already up 1 round here.
Don't worry, it's 45%, not 99, so they can take it back. It's gonna happen. All right, Tviq continuing, of course, to be on Roadhog. He is staying. Nice. Doing a good job of grabbing damage, but the problem is, as he heals, he does have to go some... Oh, very nice hook on... Is that Vallutaja? I think it might have been. Yes, it is, but the Pulse Bomb, unfortunately, in return gets it back. And the rewind on the Tracers have just been basically hard countering Roadhog all day here. I honestly think that Tviq isn't quite as effective as his team want him to be here, and I don't even think it's his fault. The Tracers have just been really on point.
I'm just mostly surprised because Tviq is such a good damage dealer and flanker character normally that I'm just surprised to see him on kind of a lower impact character than a McCree or a Genji or something like that. Even a Tracer, obviously, as they've been sticking everybody on Tracer today. But it looks like MyDong potentially, no, looks like they are still actually on the losing end of this as well. Their HP is starting to drain down now. Weppass does have his Winston ult, but he chooses not to use it as he is just purely surrounded. So he's going to save it for the next push. Tviq still on Roadhog, backing up now.
Let's theorycraft a little bit here, Joshy. Do you think maybe Tviq could benefit from going onto Reaper or something like that? I feel like catching out the odd Tracer that goes over the line, picking off Lucio if you're able to get behind, and of course also the damage tank busting ability against Winston as well. Feels like might be a natural pick for him at this point.
Yeah, I feel like McCree or Reaper could benefit him here, as both of them kind of fill that same role, whereas if a Tracer gets too uppity, you can flashbang or headshot. If Winston gets up in your face, you can flashbang or just reap him down. So, yeah, the second tank not providing any barriers, not staying up very long himself, so it's kind of a tough option. But either way, it does break down Winston's shields very quickly, the Roadhog primary attack, if Roadhog himself can stay up. We do have sound barriers actually hitting both sides. Reunited has reached that 99% mark, so it's just a matter of wiping the enemy team MyDong in order to try and secure this point.
And Mendo still continuing to try and do as good a job as possible, but unfortunately the Winstons keep taking Mendo out. So they really need to rally around him almost and allow him to do the damage if he's having a good game. Right now, Reunited are still continuing to take hold of the point, and it looks like we're having single file trickling in. And because the point is actually a little bit secluded sort of on the bottom, it makes it a little harder, unfortunately, for the other team to get a word in edgeways when it's single file. That will win Reunited this point. So which point have we got? It looks like... Oh, okay. We have the... Yes, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I like
now,
this point.
This is more of an enclosed area. I feel like Tracers have a little bit sometimes of an easier time here because there's less of an opportunity, for example, for a boop or for someone to smack someone off the edge unless you happen to be around the back of the lighthouse. It's, again, a little bit of a zigzag route to get there, so it's not like insta-blink there and you're fine. It's not Lijiang Tower style. So a lot of it can come down to who holds the high ground on top of the lighthouse, which is why we're seeing the far-centric composition coming out from Tviq and stuff here. Control point now unlocking.
Yeah, it looks like MyDong actually got the stronger start. No, actually, we need to switch the colors around. They swapped from red to blue when I remade there. But either way, the red team here, which is Reunited, has actually started out with control, but no one actually capped the point. Now it did give the Tracers from MyDong enough time to actually get back into the fight. AKM and Mendo both doing a lot of good stuff there. Pulse bombs go out from Reunited, but it looks like MyDong's still scooping all the kills.
I have a question. You know how if you're on top of the control point, you still take it, right?
Yeah.
If Farah is on top on the roof, there is actually a section where she could be standing out in front, so not in that little bell tower, and still be on top of the point. Does that still cap the point? Because if it does, that aerial control is actually going to be huge.
No, it doesn't. It's a very short distance actually, where you can be vertical over it and still cap.
Cool. Because if you go inside the lighthouse, admittedly it's directly over, and that's fair enough, but part of the balcony in front is also over, and Tviq is just doing a good job of just keeping that aerial control. Are we going to see a forced composition change here on the part of Reunited? Because this Farah has just been so unbelievably strong. TwoEasy switching over to Widowmaker. No, actually going back to Tracer now. And Unfixed is going to be replying with Farah.
Yeah, MyDong doing a great job hanging on to the point. They actually have 5 ultimates available. Mendo almost at 100% hit as well. It's going to put them at 6 ults to battle back this incoming Reunited force. There's Winghaven jumping directly onto Tviq, but Tviq does get out of there with a nice E concussive rocket to knock himself back into safety. There's no one actually in his sights right now. He does have that barrage available, but there's no CC ultimate to set him up. No Earth Shatter, no Graviton Surge, no May Blizzard to hold everyone still for him. So we'd be very curious to see when he chooses to pop that barrage. It can also be kind of difficult because Winston shields can go up in your face. Tracers can just blink out of it. Farah can just leap out of it. Like, there's a lot of tough targets actually for a barrage to hit unless they're all just sitting on the point trying to cap it. And he is going to jump through the window, pops that barrage, does catch 1, 2, 3 in total.
Very nice.
And it looks like MyDong's in a solid position to win this point.
Unfixed that did actually manage one really, really good duel against Tviq where he did blast him straight out of the air. But now we are into overtime with 99% on the round of MyDong, and absolutely no one here on behalf of Reunited at the moment. Resetting overtime. Here is Winston coming in though. And Winghaven has got Primal Rage popped, so it's going to take quite a while. That should buy his team enough time to collapse back in, though. So they might be able... Oh, my goodness. They switched the point. Really? Is this going to happen again? Come on,
well,
MyDong.
Are we back into nail-biting mode? I mean, the first time that MyDong drops the point, they lose it to Reunited. Reunited already
MyDong,
up
please.
2 points to 0 with multiple tracers still intact.
Enemies detected.
Oh man, who is that? Vallutaja actually fell for Reunited. That's big. As MyDong moves in here now, they've got just a Mercy res actually available, but Reunited does not. So the point flips back over.
Unfixed taking out Tviq. Two mid-air rockets in a row, and all of a sudden Reunited are looking pretty good in the air. But what is the situation like on the ground? Winghaven having a little bit of difficulty staying on the point.
He's the last one standing there for Reunited actually, so that looks like it is going to go the way of MyDong. So Reunited currently up 2-1 on Ilios. If Reunited wins this point, they will win the map. If MyDong wins, we will have to remake again so that we know who wins the 5th out of 5 rounds on Ilios. Reunited is up in the best of 7 series overall, 2-1 still.
Yeah, so MyDong have it all to play for right now. It's probably a crime that it took me this long to notice. I like how the blades on the windmill are also solar panels.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah, very clever. Very, very nice. Ilios is a beautiful... I want to go visit Ilios. It's a beautiful place.
Go to Santorini in real life. It's basically...
I'll do it. I'll
Basically
cast from there next week.
Okay.
Yeah, deal. I'll see you there,
You have to
man.
cast from the bottom of a pit, though.
Whoa!
So everybody is coming into the point now. We've got less tracers than usual, only 4 and not 5, as we have seen Unfixed actually on that tracer in the past as well. But now we're actually sticking to the Pharahs, even though we were just here and no one was using Pharah. Now we've got multiple Mercies and Pharahs to try and capture this point. So kind of interesting how they've switched just even within the same series.
Just one Winston on either side as well, so no multi-monkey going on at the moment. The Pharah just proved too effective, both teams choosing to stick with it. Vallutaja on the point right now, trying to annoy everyone that happens to be around it, but the majority of the contesting is going to go the way, once again, there we go, of the blue team here. So we are going to see MyDong take the point first, and are they going to be able to continue to hold this now and prevent Reunited from winning the match?
Watching Mendo's tracer, he does stick out a nice pulse bomb there. Doesn't actually catch anything, but it looks like the Reunited guys did back off in time. Someone actually fell off the map. Was it Winghaven? It looks like he's the only person dead. I'm not sure if he fell into the pit or fell off the far outside ledge.
I didn't see anyone fall into the pit, so it must have been outside somewhere, I think.
But someone definitely went down there. And now Mendo taking some free shots here on the enemy tracers. Finds Morte going after the Mercy now, trying to get some damage in. Unfixed is kind of a tough target for Tracer, as he does have that Mercy tail, but now with the barrage, easy pickings as they're both basically stationary. Vallutaja goes down as well. Mendo picks up, that's a triple. Now a quad if he can get TwoEasy as well, but TwoEasy does recall out of there. Now TwoEasy picks up the health pack and finally goes down. So Mendo got to be feeling pretty good about that, as MyDong is taking this point very swiftly.
Yeah. Unkoe has used his res, and Morte will have one available in a matter of seconds. There is the ultimate for Mercy. So potential extra bit of sustain coming out for Reunited at this point in time. Tviq with a barrage available, but he is getting absolutely hammered left, right, and center right now. He needs to get TwoEasy off his back. Teammates managing to come in and do that for him. Still, nobody really on the point. All the fighting is taking place around it. So very, very different game to the one we saw just 5 or 10 minutes ago. The team's really adapting to a very, very quick Unfixed and Unkoe both trying to take pot shots at each other, not able to kill each other at the moment there, and Winghaven once again goes down. Unkoe has an ult available, but he's dead, so he can't use it, and the revive comes down for Morte.
Just watching Mendo play Tracer this round is a treat. He has not died this entire time that I've been watching him. What happened?
He's in the pit. He's actually... Wait, he's skating his way back up?
You can do it. Is he still
He
down?
just skated his way back up.
Yeah, you can do it. If you just switch constantly between heal and speed, you actually get enough leverage to move up.
Oh, and Kruise comes back from the brink. It took him like 10 seconds as well.
They flipped it at 99% again, by the way. Reunited did.
No.
Just
no.
That's like the 7th time today.
Come on, guys. Wow. Reunited are really making us wait for it, but they managed to consistently do it. They just seem to be performing at their best in overtime. And how has their composition changed now that they've taken the point? It doesn't look like it has, though, this time, Joshi.
No, not really. Still very consistent. The Tracers on both sides still getting lots of damage in, so might as well keep them. The Pharah Mercy combo being the most interesting part of all this. I'm really curious how much damage that's actually getting done, because I don't see it Pharah a lot in the kill feed except for dying. Unkoe just died to something. It looks like pit-related activity here, but currently Reunited still standing with more members on the point than MyDong. MyDong only has, who is this over here? Weppass actually jumping around, and now the healers, Tviq actually showing up as well, are able to help out. But Reunited all the way up to 60% now, where they were at 0 against 99.
Yeah, they're doing a very, very good job at the moment of basically causing chaos. I have to give credit to Unfixed as well. He's done so much damage on fire. I'd love to see his stats, but he has been absolutely on point with everything he's firing, and Tviq actually can't get one up on him at the moment. He needs to try and win the Battle of the Fires to get Reunited off the point, but he hasn't been able to today.
Back on Mendo's POV, taking a few shots at the Raging Winston. Never really too valuable, so he does switch targets and takes out Kruise very quickly. There's a Barrage, that's a friendly one for Mendo, so he's going to ignore it. Continue doing some damage to TwoEasy. Gets the kill there. Unfixed retreating back to his pocket Mercy. I'm going to take the overhead cam once again as we're getting all the way into the 90 versus 90 area. This is where the Tracers and Winstons really come out in force. Oh man, blue team actually about to flip it. MyDong actually flips it. We could be seeing a 0.5 here on Ilios if Reunited cannot wrest control back. Reunited, they are still in there. Winghaven, kind of the last person to contest, but it looks like the Tracers are going to have to do it now. Is Tracer going to get in there? No! Wow. So
they've done the impossible.
No. Who's the best Tracer, Lucio, Winston combo? But actually, both teams... We're back on the hole in the middle point. This is randomly generated, so hope these guys are ready to play it for the third time on this map, essentially.
There's an unspoken agreement for the first 10 seconds of everyone getting there, they're just taking out the railings. You never know who's the railings are going to piss off more, but Tviq spending a lot of rockets getting rid of those on the backside. That, of course, will allow potential boop plays. Ooh, dear, and Winghaven almost going off the map as Winston there, but just about saving it at the end with that push. There was no one else to deliver a second shunt off the edge.
All right, guys, our colors have swapped once again, just so you are aware. Reunited and MyDong both actually have 2 points to their name on this best of 5 Ilios map, so whoever wins this one does win the map. Reunited is up 2-1 in the best of 7 series overall, so Reunited would go to 3-1, or MyDong could tie up the series all on this point here.
And AKM is officially the first pit death in this particular point. Officially registered as being bonked by Vallutaja, but he was able to get him down there. So we're going to have to see a retake now, potentially, from MyDong. This is for all of the marbles, don't forget. This is a 5th point on the... oh my! Was that a monkey going over the edge?
Yeah, that was his fault, I would say. Okay. I'll give that a suicide. He even said rip. He jumped away thinking that he could land... I don't know, on another ledge somewhere, but it's totally whiffed.
Oopsie daisy.
Oh, Morte just falls into the pit, but actually Unfixed shoots straight down at him. Sorry, that was not Morte, that was Unkoe. Unkoe flies straight down to the pit, and Unfixed nails it before he can even reach the bottom of it. Mendo actually getting barraged in the face, but does blink away in time to stay alive. Looks like Reunited, though, doing a great job.
AKM, that's twice now.
Yeah, did he actually fall? Oh man, again, another suicide. I see his body down on the bottom of the pit. This is not the time to be screwing up on this point. This is the 3rd time you've played this point in this map, right? So don't start falling off now when everything is riding on it. 45% now for Reunited. They're looking strong.
I love it. The cries of NA ult immediately popping up in the chat. Oh dear, this is, guys, point number 5 of 5. It's 2-all, and the winner takes everything. And right now, Reunited are at 60% to 26%. So we really need to see a retake coming out very, very quickly here from MyDong if they want to regain the upper hand. They don't want to be leaving Reunited on 99%. They've been very good at defending. They need to take the point sooner rather than later.
It's true, and Reunited, I'm watching just Unfixed with his pocket healer taking a few free rocket shots at the incoming MyDong players. Currently 80% now for Reunited. Things are getting very close for them to be able to take this map, and not to mention the entire series, as they would be up to 3-1 if they are successful here. It looks like Unfixed, who I was watching, does go down. Winghaven actually getting very, very low, but Weppass, the Winston on the other side, MyDong is actually down already. So just a couple of tracers here for Reunited to try and deal with. Tviq and Unkoe with that Pharah Mercy combo are going to be pretty dangerous, though, now that there's not a ton of healers here. Snipe, actually, from Mendo takes out Kruise, who was in the pit.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, Kruise actually bopped right onto Tviq, and he was close enough to Tviq that he backwards himself into the pit.
No.
It was kind of funny.
Wow,
there's a
that
lot
snipe
of pit
was
action
insane.
going on here right now, and Tviq has got the barrage available. He's waiting for a good opportunity to use it. 39-40%. We did manage to get the retake here, I mean, are they actually going to be able to hold on? It's 99%. Are we actually going to see the flip for MyDong? They haven't flipped back a 99% yet.
There's a big barrage coming out from Tviq. Mendo actually gets a kill on TwoEasy in the midst of all that. I don't even know how that's possible. That was such a sick snipe there again on TwoEasy, who, like I said earlier, Mendo and TwoEasy have this kind of rivalry going on. But Mendo's got 3, 4, 5 limbs or so before dying now, and he is just helping so much. Another snipe onto Vallutaja is going to keep
Joshy, Tviq just guaranteed 99.99. He had 2 rockets, and with those 2 rockets, he took out Morte and Kruise.
Nice.
Like, he just went, ha, you have no more supports, and feel free to pretend you can still play for the next 30 seconds, but you're going to have to regroup. So good coming out of the team.
Mendo did finally die, so it's a good thing that Tviq did actually do that, and it was from TwoEasy swapping onto Widowmaker. So we do have a little bit of a sniper battle evolving here at the very end of Ilios. Vallutaja going down to Tviq, and he does shoot a bounce rocket, does not manage to get Winston inside it, but they are at 99-99. Who is actually going to take this down? Going into third-person view to see if anyone's going to contest, but actually, MyDong takes the map.